I mean, just say it.
Interesting.
Well, feels good. I love this song. I'm not gonna lie. There's such a
classic,
smooth, like easy feel to it when you got a case of the Mondays. Yeah.
Should we immediately cause division among the production staff for Fox Sports Radio? Who has a better playlist, Lorena or Mary Mac?
I'm not taking that bait. Look, we actually made
why
Mary
do you
Mac
want to fight?
Yeah, well, this is. In fairness, we
That's
end
what
every
I do.
show,
I start stuff and then I run away. I roll the grenade out there and then I run away.
We for anyone that listens, we will end today as we end every show eventually with Would You Rather. And last week on Would You Rather, we literally made Mary Mac choose on air which one of us she would invite to her birthday dinner. So like Buck is out here causing conflict. That's just what he does. They're very different playlists, but I think Lorena's like she's mastered the vibe on a Monday morning because everybody's getting in their car, going to work, or they're walking to their office, going to work, 3 feet from their bed, and they've got a case of the Mondays. And you know what? We're here to help people through that. So I love the smooth, easy feel.
Are you hating
Monday.
on my music, Buck?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
wow. I don't think so. I haven't. You haven't gotten me with you haven't gotten me with one yet, but that doesn't mean that you won't. I believe in you.
Wow. You know what? Here's the thing. A, that feels like that's early Monday morning passive aggressive behavior. I don't know how we stand for that. B, I think that's just a little bit like, has Buck given a single suggestion? Has he let anyone know?
He has never given a single suggestion. I don't even think I've heard anything on Buck's playlist before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Buck, what would have made your Monday morning perfect? What could Lorena have played this morning?
Maybe I celebrity DJ tomorrow. Maybe I take the entire thing hostage when we fill in tomorrow.
Send me a playlist, Buck. I'll let you take the whole reins.
I'm not against your music. I just want that. I want that stated for the record. I'm just saying that there has not been anything that struck me like, man, that's a bang.
You're not for it. Like, what do you want on a Monday morning? Like, do you want to be like punched in the face with Ozzy or something? Like, what do you want? Like,
yes.
What would make? Okay.
Yes.
This is what I deal with. You know what? He wore a shirt to work today, and all
I have a robe on now.
I have a robe on. Feels like he's a professional. Well, I'm just saying,
it's a different robe than the usual robe. I have multiple bathrobes. Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, now we're waking up. Okay, fellas?
Yeah, you know what? Just have to grab people verbally by the shoulders and shake them a little bit. If we got to be up at 5 a.m, we got to get everybody else up with us.
Buck is out here like a weird espresso drink that has too many shots, just trying to get everybody. And I'm trying to ease you in like a nice little tea. All right, I'm just trying to be a warm tea that you're sipping, and you're like, you know what? My soul's waking up on this Monday morning. Buck's just trying to come out and kick you in the no-no places right out of the outset.
I don't think that my coffee beverage selection is kick you in the no-no places type of coffee, but I do. My preferred coffee beverage is not even coffee; it's a chai tea latte with espresso.
Yeah.
But I gotta get it iced. I gotta have 3 shots of espresso in my dirty chai tea latte. Those are my favorites.
That's just a lot of extra calories there in your coffee.
Sounds delicious.
They are, yeah, like the chai tea latte.
You still have yet to produce this one ab that you've been
I know. It's not there.
Crash dieting and working out twice a day and all these different things that you're trying to do to improve your physical fitness. I have yet to see a single ab.
Okay, you may not have seen a single ab, but I have cut my body fat in over half. I'm down to I'm almost to single digits.
You're moving the goalposts. You said you wanted abs, not your body fat percentage.
I do not have abs.
I'm very happy that you're no longer a big fat fatty. That's great news for you.
I will say I share your love.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'd like to thank
you used
my
to be
life
morbidly
coach.
Obese for what it's worth.
I'm not morbidly obese, but I will say this: a dirty chai tea latte iced is one of my favorite things in the world. I just drink them so fast. I drink them so fast that all of a sudden, look, this morning I've had 3 iced coffees and an energy drink so far.
No,
if we start making those, if we sugar,
he absolutely has. He's disgusting.
Yeah. There's no doubt about it. Like I drink caffeinated drinks all day long, right? So there's no doubt about this. But I just keep thinking like the problem for me is if you give me a dirty chai tea latte, I will drink it in 30 seconds, and then I will want another and another and another. And all of a sudden, I've had 1,000 calories of a chai tea latte. I can't justify that, Buck.
That's okay.
Then
I get one a week, and I drink black coffee the rest of the week. Moderation is key.
Black coffee like a man. There's no doubt. Like I yesterday went to a coffee shop that didn't have iced coffee, which is all I need. They didn't have cold brew. I had to do a pour over. And if I start getting fancy enough for the pour over, like when I know that I'm going to put a splash of some sort of creamer in it, and then I'm also going to put some sugar-free something in it, the pour over is completely lost on me. I appreciate your ability to have black coffee like an actual adult while I'm over here putting whatever sugar-free things I can in mine. In the meantime, there is one player in the draft that position of value doesn't matter for, and it's not the running back. We'll tell you about it next. Buck and Fitz, Fox Sports Radio.
We are Fox Sports.
Hey, listen up. Take the next step toward your future with an affordable online degree or certificate from University of Maryland Global Campus, an accredited state university. Classes start May 13th, and when you apply now, your application fee is waived. Choose from over 135 skills-based programs. Earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and relevant experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. Don't forget, save now with no application fee. Classes start May 13th. Visit umgc.edu to learn more.
Tyler Reddick here from 2311 Racing. Game night's fun until someone spends 5 minutes lining up one shot. Chalk, breathe, re-chalk, still aiming. While they figure it out, I fire up Chumba Casino. I can spin anywhere, anytime, and there's always a new social casino game every week. Spins happen way faster than that shot. Play now at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeartCountry Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
All lanes are closed down due to flooding on the service road of I-35 southbound at East 6th Street, not expected to reopen until noon. There's also a crash on the service road of Mopac northbound at Breaker and looking onto the service road of Highway 71 eastbound at Woodward for an accident there. And your stop and go on I-35 northbound from 45 up to William Cannon. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Willie's Grill and Ice House, now open in Leander. Leander, your new go-to spot is open now. Willie's Grill and Ice House. Willie's brings a freshly made scratch kitchen, never frozen tenders, and a full bar. With 4 Austin area locations to serve you, come check out the newest Willie's, 1412 Bright Lane in Leander. Stop in today. Willie's Grill and Ice House.
It's a sale. Right now, every service needed for your vehicle is on sale at any of the 3 Leaf Johnson Ford locations, Austin, Manor, and Buda. And we're wide open. Tires, brakes, oil changes for only $39.99 with synthetic blend oil, tire rotations, and alignments. You name it. Any of the 3 Central Texas locations have it on sale. Can't come see us? We'll come see you with our mobile van on most services, or we'll come pick it up and bring it back. Go to LeafJohnson.com and pick your location and time. You'll love it at Leaf, Austin, Buda, and Manor.
50 years in the Lone Star State, a one-stop shop so you're never late. Price is so low that you want to know
which way to Specs.
Come on, let's go.
Specs Wine Spirits and Fine Foods. World-class service, that's all about you.
Shout Specs, it's how we do. A huge selection since 62. Shout Specs, low price, amazing. Here's to you. Shout. Cheers to savings.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell consult. The Cordell consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Bakery owners, you will be loved today. Every pastry will be flaky. Your cake will make a child's day. Your delivery van won't get sideswiped by a distracted garbage truck driver. But if so, breathe easy, knowing you'll get back to business quickly with Progressive protecting your commercial auto. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Hi, I'm Martin Luther King III.
And I'm Andrea Waters King. April is National Volunteer Month, the perfect time to turn intention into action.
We are inviting you to join Realize the Dream, our national movement to complete 100 million hours of service by my father's 100th birthday in 2029.
Whether you volunteer with friends, help out in your neighborhood, or take on a new project, every act of service counts.
Let's make history together. Visit realizethedream.org and join the movement today.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like the Beatles Now and Then, celebrating all things Beatles.
Together, you say goodbye, and I say hello.
Legendary clips, deep cuts, live performances, and all their solo hits. Just open the free iHeartRadio app and search the Beatles Now and Then and listen now. iHeartRadio, free never sounded so good.
iHeartRadio.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, Mo City, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas.
or wherever you may be listening. This is a Longhorns Monday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone, and always free on that iHeart Radio app. Masters has a back-to-back champion, so the Mills will stay the same. Texas men's basketball adds a 1-2 punch from the portal. Horns baseball and softball weekend with the rivals were tough. Spring game happens this weekend, but there was some noise being made this past Saturday. The NBA playoffs are set, and we'll discuss Nikola Jokic and what he has done this season. And, of course, the NFL draft is 1 week away. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And, of course, we've got our guy Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, if you want to voice your opinion or get a chance to win some tickets, that's right, we're giving away some tickets today. Make sure you stay locked in. You got to leave us a message on that talkback feature on the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. We'll receive it instantly, and if it's good enough, you might hear it on air. Well, let's get into it because Texas football was back on the football field once again. This weekend is the spring jamboree, is what I want to call it, where it's just, there's going to be
it's some a get-together.
Yeah, fan fest is
Fan
what they're
fest.
calling it right now. Get a chance to win some not win some prizes, get the fire sale, get a chance to see and meet and greet and all those great things. But you know as well as I do, you want to know what's going on the field. And they had another scrimmage this past weekend where there was a lot of young guys that stepped up and got a chance to play. KJ Lacey has made the most of his opportunity. Dia Bell has done well at the quarterback position as well. Some of the young guys, Bishop, and on defense, guys have kind of stood out and made some plays. So it's been good to see what that's all about. But one of the biggest questions is, since Will Muschamp has been back, his thoughts on this football team and the thought of being able to have the defensive back, Blake Gideon, back at the University of Texas.
It was good. He's a lot better coach than player. I tried to replace him for 3 years. But no, he's an outstanding football coach. He does a great job with our players. He's back because he did a great job for Coach Sarkisian in his 4 years as a coach and a teacher, and he did a phenomenal job as an evaluator and a recruiter. So it has nothing to do with the fact that it is a bonus that he was here when I was here, and it was a bonus that he was a player here, and he loves Texas. and he wanted the opportunity to come back here. So I'm glad he's here. I'm glad he's on our staff. He does an outstanding job.
And Blake Gideon relates to the kids. I mean, the kids, they're the players.
The guys.
You know? Yeah. So when you start to look at the energy and understanding, he's walked those hallways. He knows exactly what it is. He's not a guy coming in to the program. He's been part of the program. He is part of the program.
Right.
So he understands what it's all about.
He's also put so much talent in the NFL.
Yeah, he's done a really, really good job at that. But Will Muschamp also was asked about, are you going to be hands-on in the recruiting?
It's all about players. It's all about players. Doing a really good job here. Evaluating is key. Because you're going to be at the University of Texas. You're going to attract good players, but are they the players that are going to fit in your program? Because we're different. I mean, we're going to work. We're going to develop. We're going to coach you hard, and that's really important to find the right fit as much as anything. And I think, but I love recruiting. I love meeting people. I love being out. I love selling the University of Texas and our program and what we're trying to do and win a championship.
Yeah, he's locked in mentally. He's emotionally invested. He understands what it's like to be at the University of Texas and how good things can be for you if you come here and get to work.
This is funny. This is really, really funny. I'm sitting here reading Will Muschamp's bio. I like people. He just said, I like people. It's in his bio. Loves people and gets along. Excuse me. It's sometimes it's hard to get along with everybody. But if you have somebody that that's who they are.
Yep.
How easy does it make it to communicate? Look, man, I know you may not like everything I'm saying to you right now, but it's for your better good. Like he's able to communicate something that's hard without it seeming rough and rash.
Well, it's definitely going to be rough. It's going to be rash, but he is a person his energy is infectious. Just being at the presser for the first time with him and the way he was giving everybody the business.
Right.
Those are the things that make you trust him. He may get on you just like parenting. You're going to be on your kids, but it's not because you don't love them. It's because you want the best out of them. So it's the reality of the conversation of, hey, man, we're in your corner. I'm in your corner. I want you to be there. I want you to exceed all your expectations. And even more so, I want you to be able to go out there and compete at a high level. And that is what he's been able to do. But he said it. It comes with recruiting, too. You got to make sure you're recruiting the right people. And with that being said, he was asked the other day, do you have the right personnel for your press man coverage that you like to run?
I think so. I mean, I'm excited about the guys that we've got. We've got really good competition in the secondary, especially at corner. And but that's something, we believe in denying the ball, making the quarterback's got to throw the ball in some tight spots. But we're going to be multiple in what we do. You got to give some different looks. You can't live in it, but we certainly believe in getting our hands on people.
Love it.
Oh my
Gotta
God,
be able
Hardge.
to do that. Gotta be able.
Why my heart just start fluttering? Because that was the biggest thing with me and you last year. Like, why are you not you got this guy, excuse me, he's considered a 5-star player. He's exceptionally talented. But you line him up 8 to 9 yards off the ball? Why can't he get within 5 yards? Why can't he get within 2 and put his hands on a guy as he's coming off the line?
Yeah.
Like Texas didn't do that last year. And I think teams knew it. They was like, look, worst case scenario, throw it short and go back to the ball.
Yeah.
And how many times did we see first downs just like that? Am I making it up? Because maybe I didn't remember correctly.
Yeah.
I remember coming in here one day and you was lit up. And I can't remember what game it was, but you were lit up. You was like, why are you lining up 11 yards off the ball? That's my impersonation.
I close my eyes. It's just the same. I hear
it sounded just the same, didn't it?
I don't believe any of that, but I do understand because like we've talked about before, you start looking at the defense and how they line up, and it's like, let's compete up front. Let's compete up front.
Yeah.
And that is what they're trying to get this team to be. But one of the positions that is very critical to this defense is the star position. And he was asked, what do you look for when you're looking to see who can play that position?
You got to have man coverage ability, and you got to have man coverage ability in a lot of space. But you got to be a good blitzer. You guys have some instincts in the run game because you're going to be in the fit at times. So it's a position that's very unique to find that kind of guy in those situations. It's hard to cover that guy up in coverage at times. He's got to win on his own, at times. So again, I think man coverage is a huge part of it. I think run instincts and being a good blitzer is a huge part of it. But you're going to have to play the ball down the field in half coverage and quarters coverage as well as playing some things underneath. So it's pretty multifaceted position there.
Hard.
Yeah, you got to be able to do so many different things in that position.
Yeah, can you explain the star position, because a lot of people that listen to radio they don't know the difference between a corner, a safety, and what the star is.
The star position is the slot. It's the guy that plays the guy in the middle of the formation. So if you have a wide receiver, you have a slot, and then you have a tight end, or you'll have a position off the line of scrimmage. That's the guy that you got to follow around the field. And that's why he said you got to be able to play man-to-man coverage. You got to be able to put your hands on people. You also got to be able to play the zone position where you're sitting in the flat to make sure that the guy doesn't get the ball out to the flat. So there's so many variations on there. You're not on an island. You got to be versatile enough to be able to move all over the field. So some of those things is more important than others. And there's a lot of pressure that ends up going into that position. That's why you saw Ajade Barron be able to play on the outside, but he made his bones on the inside when he was playing that star position. You also, Adrian Phillips was a guy when he came to the University of Texas that was part of that defense. And he actually brought up Adrian Phillips last week when Adrian was working out there. But you also got a chance to see Adrian Phillips, his role expand on this football team.
Yeah, because he was able to blitz.
Yeah.
And when you're playing 7 yards off the line of scrimmage at the star or 8 yards, then you can get every now and then you send them.
Yeah.
And you drop the middle linebacker and fill that zone when you were just talking about zone. But like Adrian Phillips is a really good example of what the star should look like.
That's what it's all about. We're just getting started here on a Longhorns edition of the Morning Kickoff. Coming up next, we're going to continue the conversation. Men's basketball got some new players up on this thing, and one of the women that found a new home for Texas basketball. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
The voice of the Horns, Greg Way on 1300 The Zone, weekdays at 2.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Flooding caused by a water main break closes down all lanes on the service road of I-35 southbound at 6th Street this morning, not expected to be reopened until noon. Looking onto the service road of Mopac northbound at Breaker Lane for an early morning accident still being worked on. There's also a crash on the Highway 71 service road eastbound at Woodward Street. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
Install any new HVAC system with Abacus and get a $5,000 whole home air quality package free. Limited time offer, so call or book online at abacusplumbing.com. Abacus, you can count on us. M-20628.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You know you need fiber for a healthy gut, but do you actually know how to get it?
Quaker's been serving up fiber since 1877, with over 100 great-tasting, good source of fiber options to choose from. Whether you like old-fashioned oats, instant oatmeal, granola, or oatmeal squares, Quaker makes it delicious. So good. Get your fiber with Quaker. Shop Quaker's good source of fiber products at a store near you.
With iHeart, everything you hear is guaranteed human. That's why 78% of listeners trust their favorite radio host's product recommendations. If you manage a business or need to drive sales, that trust goes a long way. Call 844-844-iHeart. Again, that's 844-844-iHeart.
About 7 years ago, I took this stuff and did great on it. At that time, I was in law enforcement, and I lost weight down to my high school size. So I got off of it and kind of gained it back over time. But I retired from law enforcement, went to driving a truck. So I got back on it a few months ago, and I went from 226 to 190.
Excellent results, Tim. Andro 400 helped you lose 36 pounds in just 3 months. Since 2004, Andro 400 has helped men like Tim get their life back on track. And Andro 400 can help you, too. Imagine losing unwanted belly fat, having all the energy you need for the things you love to do, and imagine enjoying peak nighttime performance. Andro 400 can help you safely, naturally, and most effectively melt that belly fat, boost energy, and improve your romantic drive. We guarantee it. Go to andro400.com for more true testimonials, before and after photos, and special discounts available only on andro400.com. andro400.com.
Feels like the first time, but maybe for the second time. Foreigner is working on a new album. It's called The Eye of the Storm, and it's the official soundtrack for the band's 50th anniversary concert film. Yeah, the 50th anniversary. The first single, Feels Like the First Time, features all three of the band's lead vocalists, the original guy, Lou Gramm, longtime vocalist, Kelly Hansen, and the current frontman, Luis Maldonado. The song drops this Friday, April 17th. Britney Spears is in rehab. A spokesperson for the singer says she checked into a center, only saying it's somewhere here in the U.S. She did it a few days ago after a few people close to her urged her to. Spears was arrested last month in California for DUI. The first weekend of Coachella is in the books. And I go speed racing. Justin Bieber made his debut Saturday night as a headliner with a set that featured a lot of newer music, as well as a YouTube laptop sing-along segment. And Super Mario continues to pound the box office competition. The Super Mario Galaxy movie made over $308 million domestically, more than $628 million worldwide so far, as it sits atop the box office. In second place, Project Hail Mary in its fourth week and debuting in third place. The romantic comedy, You, Me, and Tuscany, starring Halle Bailey. And that's entertainment. I'm Daria Albinger.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
Morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 and always free on the iHeart Radio app. Make sure you stay locked in all day long. At 8 o'clock, we'll talk to Zach Sims of OrangeBloods.com, Texas baseball. Tough trip down to Aggieland, and we'll get the latest from Zach. Last night's game was rained out. Aggies took the first two of the series. And so now we'll wait and see what happens tomorrow. Texas A&M Corpus Christi comes into town, followed by Alabama. So there's no waiting around. You got to stay locked in and ready to go. Right now, I want to talk Texas men's basketball. As the news came out yesterday that over the weekend, that Texas men's basketball has made some moves and made some good moves to clear up some of this roster voids. They got transfer point guard from Colorado, Isaiah Johnson, who is filling in one of the biggest spots on this team. He's a 6'1" point guard from LA, and he led Colorado in scoring with 16.9 and shot 48% from the field and 37.8% from three. He is somebody that a lot of teams were wanting in the transfer portal. Before he was a 3-star recruit by Horns, 247, and he had some previous offers, but he appeared in 32 of the 33 games, starting 15 times. And I think this is going to be something that Sean Miller is looking for to replace Jordan Pope and Simeon Wilshire, who ended up being in the transfer portal himself.
Would add him ranked 7th overall in all of the picks in the portal. And when you're in the single digits, then you're pretty high ranked. And one of the things that when I looked at his film yesterday, Hardge, he gets to the basket in a hurry. He's got that thing. You can dip the shoulder and you can go through traffic. And Texas really didn't have that guy on the team this year. They had guys that can manipulate screens and go over and under and get shots. Of course, Mark was able to do pretty much whatever he wanted because he was that guy.
Could get there.
But like this guy, he dribble penetrates and with either hand. So and he's a very good and adept at getting steals. So great pickup by the Longhorns.
Yep, no doubt about it. And another player that was part of this, Matis Vokatitis, made his announcement that he is coming back to the University of Texas. So Texas fans, you have a big man in the middle. Matis, we obviously know how well he did down the stretch for this Texas basketball team, but he's going to need some help. So what did they do? They went up to TCU and got the 6'7", 245-pounder David Punch, who averaged 14 points and 6.8 rebounds this year. And now he too is coming to the University of Texas. He's a kid from the 254 from Harker Heights, and now he will be closer to home with the Texas Longhorns.
Hard, we talked about that, in the middle of the season, like who's going to be a guy that could come in and rebound, because they did not have guys that were doing it. And then you needed defense. You needed a guy that Matis was not defending the best offensive player in the post. And now you got that. Not to mention, Mr. Punch would punch your ball your shot in the stands, average almost 2 blocks a game, 1.9. Just to put it in perspective, Matis averaged 0.9% from blocks. Almost a complete block more than your best shot blocker on the team.
Yeah. And he is somebody, too, that you look at it, and one of the biggest conversation pieces that was had all season long from Sean Miller, because we know Sean Miller's pretty blunt about what he's feeling. His biggest thing was he wasn't getting enough out of the 4 position. That's Nick Cody and Cam Heide. Those guys that were playing in that position weren't given enough. Well, you just look at the numbers, as we talked about. Punch is going to give you 14 and 7 on that part of the game. So it's important to understand that these moves are precise. These moves are ones that are going to help this basketball team immediately. Obviously, you got good recruiting with Austin Gooseby. Ogden is going to be coming here. Sterling is coming here. So you have some young guys that are going to be mixed in with some of these experienced guys. So that is going to help this basketball team even more so. But I go back to the move to go get Isaiah Johnson, the point guard from Colorado. I think that one is one of the biggest ones that is out there. Now, obviously, they're going to have to get somebody else in there. But looking at him and what he's been able to achieve, that's what it's all about.
There's 2 foreign players, one from Greece and one from Poland, that are they're out there right now. Both 167, 169, small forward, 2 guard types, both average over 38 points, 38% from 3 and 50%. Texas needs another guy that can take the scoring cap off and let these young guys develop. because, like Gooseby, he's a basket getter and a good defender.
Yep.
And he's going to play. It's not a question of can he handle college basketball. Gooseby is going to be a pro. Just put it like that. He could be a one and done. I don't want that, but he could be.
Yep.
So you add another guy that can score out on the perimeter, and he and Isaiah will eat. They'll be able to get to the basket, and you got two bigs. Like, now they got to fill out depth. They need Dooku to develop and stay healthy, as you said. They have him listed as a future lottery pick. I want to see it this year. I want to see him get healthy, and I want to see him rebound and bully ball the way that they described him when he came out of Germany.
Yeah, it's a good look for what this basketball team is needing. You start to look around and you say, all right, well, how are we going to get this to go? What is going to happen here? They're going to continue to go out in that transfer portal and even get more players because that's what it's there for. That portal is going to be important to fill some more voids. You had the graduations of Mark and Pope. Obviously, you went and replaced Pope with Isaiah Johnson. You went out and got punched because Cam Heidi, Nick Cody are all in the transfer portal, but you graduated guys too. So there's some space in there that is going to be needed to be filled, because one thing that we did notice throughout the year is if you don't have enough depth, that as soon as somebody gets out or has an injury or needs to be out for a moment, you got to make sure that you don't miss anything.
And they're going to sorely miss the Energizer Bunny.
Yep.
They need a guy that's an energy guy, that's Draymond Green want to fight everybody, that's diving on the floor like Rodman. They need another energy guy, because when you lose one like the one we're losing,
yep,
holy cow, it won't show up in the stat book, and you don't necessarily know when it's going to happen, but that's going to be needed.
Right.
It's really going to be needed.
Right. It's important for this team to continue to grow, and I know that Sean Miller, as he's gone through that first year, he understands, okay, yeah, I got to do a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm going to miss Kendall Weaver, man.
Yeah, Kendall Weaver was special. On the women's side of it, the news came out yesterday that Aaliyah Crump, 5-star, one of the top players in the country, has decided to sign with Duke of the ACC. Kara Larson is a good coach. I'm happy for her finding a home pretty quickly. But I'm also sad for Texas Longhorn fans, because she was somebody that I was hopeful we would have for those 4 years, and watching her become one of the better players in the country. As we talked about, she was number 5 player in the country when she came out of college. So you knew she was going to be able to find a home pretty quick, just didn't know where. But going to Duke is going to be good for her. And Kara Larson is somebody that is a good basketball coach.
5 out of high schools, it hurts me to see her go. I wanted to tell Marcus, play hard to say goodbye. Something. One of them sad songs.
Well, we're going to continue to keep this going. When we come back in the Hard Knocks Life, Rory McIlroy does something that is very, very rare. And, we get to have our Masters dinner together right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
There's reports of a crash on the northbound side of I-35 around Wells Branch Parkway, causing an 8 to 10 minute slowdown. Delays start from Parmer. All lanes are blocked off due to flooding on the service road of I-35 southbound at 6th Street, and some stop-and-go speeds on I-35 northbound. You're backed up going from 45 up to William Cannon. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
Always running out of hot water? You can count on Abacus to help. Get a 40 to 50 gallon water heater for just $22.99 with warranty and zero down financing, as low as $36.33 a month. Call or visit abacusplumbing.com today. M20628.
Smart drivers don't chase deals, they make decisions. This tax season, instead of spending your refund, invest it in something that keeps paying you back. At Steel Hyundai and Kyle, get 0% for 60 months on the all-new 2026 Tucson Hybrid, or 0% for 72 months on the entire all-electric Ioniq lineup. Less spin on gas, less spin on interest, more value every mile. Plus, every new Hyundai comes backed by America's Best Warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile, and owner assurance. Everything we do is driven by you. SteelHyundaiKyle.com.
You'll use the radio in your car more than anything else. When buying a new car, make sure the AM/FM is simple, clear, and convenient.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Nuggets beat the Spurs 128-118 in San Antonio in their regular season finale. The Spurs finished second in the West, will face the highest remaining seed after the play-in tournament. The Mariners took down the Astros 6-1. Houston aims to snap a 7-game skid as they wrap up a 4-game set with Seattle today. Ty Gibbs took home the checkered flag in the Food City 500 from Bristol. I'm Seth Everett.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Allstate.
Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
On the Serving Pancakes podcast, conversations about volleyball go beyond the court. As the League One volleyball season heads towards its final stretch, there's no better time to tune in. You'll hear unfiltered analysis, behind-the-scenes stories, and conversations with leaders making an impact across the sport. Whether you're following the final push of Love's season or just love the game, Serving Pancakes brings you closer to the action and the people shaping the future of volleyball. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Serving Pancakes, and listen now.
Presented by Capital One, founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports.
The phone's blowing up, but you're in the driver's seat. Ignore the buzz, keep your eyes on the street. No text back, no scroll, just let it wait. Attention on the road, that's the only way. Phone's blowing up, but you're in the driver's seat. Ignore the buzz, keep your eyes on the street. No text back, no scroll, just let it wait.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Wake up with Hardge and Henry in the morning kickoff on 1300 The Zone.
Make sure you stay locked in for 8 o'clock when we talk to our guy, Zach Sim of orangebloods.com. We continue these conversations all day long. All right, I wanted to get into this because of the fact that Rory McIlroy continues to amaze at what he does. We've heard from him multiple times talking about, I didn't really care about the Masters. I didn't care if I ever got back here again because I'd already won and all those different moments. But he did something that was very, very rare. And here is that moment.
And here we go. His year again. Rory is a rare repeat winner at Augusta.
Rory McIlroy is the latest to win back-to-back Masters after he completed the Grand Slam. He waited only a year to take home his second green jacket. He's the last Masters champion to go back-to-back since Tiger Woods, y'all, in 2001 and 2002. And he is the fourth overall to win the event back-to-back time. Jack Nicklaus, Nick Faldo, Tiger Woods, and now Rory McIlroy. Not only did Rory McIlroy win it, he led from start to finish, but it didn't go without some rockiness in that final round. But just like he always does, he stays steady the entire way. Scotty Scheffler, my guy to pick the click, ended up double bogeying, and he was one shot away from winning the Masters, or at least forcing another playoff round. Scotty did great, but the story is about Rory McIlroy. Last year, he won the Masters, but his parents weren't able to make it. They were asked if they were going to make it. He was like, I don't know. The family was like, I don't know. You won last year without us there, but they finally got a chance to be there.
My mom and dad, they weren't here last year to celebrate with us. And surprisingly, I had to convince them to come this year because they thought that the reason that I won was because they weren't here. So I'm glad that we proved that wrong. But mom and dad, I owe everything to you. You are You're the most wonderful parents. And if I can be half the parent to Poppy as you were to me, then I know I've done a good job. Thank you.
That is what it's all about, and being able to be victorious when you've gone up against all the obstacles. By the way, this was his first match in over 3 events, so he hadn't played a lot of golf here recently. But the story is he gets to pick the Masters dinner again. He gets to pick it again.
Wait, when you win twice, who hands you the jacket?
That's a great question.
Who hands the jacket?
I didn't even see the ceremony on who gave him the jacket last night. I didn't even.
I didn't watch.
I didn't either. I was,
somebody text us and please tell us.
We can look it up. That's what the internet is all about.
You know what?
Yeah, that's why that's there.
That's why you
Marcus
get the big bucks.
That's why Marcus is there. So you start to look at this and you understand about the ability to win the Masters, and you get to pick your dinner. Well, I get to pick the dinner because Scotty Scheffler, although he didn't win it,
he was closer than us.
Through who you picked. Yeah, who you picked. But
DeChambeau, why did I pick because of his name? I should have picked.
No, you picked it because the same reason why y'all liked his name, but y'all was watching how he was swinging it and how he was got
he got that high.
Yeah, he was
I just like the guns, man.
Yeah. Well, those
but they wasn't shooting accurately.
He was not doing it big.
He was not.
But to answer the question, tournament tradition calls for the club chairman, which is Fred Ridley, to put on a jacket for the defending champion on back-to-back.
There you go, Fred Riley, the chairman of the Masters. But here's where everything kind of changes. You know how I told you my Masters dinner would be shrimp cocktails, oysters, and Lindsay's jalapeno poppers. Main course would be smothered pork chops, steaks, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, and greens. And the dessert would be banana pudding / bread pudding. Of course, you're going to have the caramel sauce on top of that. But the reason why I'm bringing that up right now is because I was in a pool. I was in a pool of 338 people to win, pick your players, to win the Masters. So we will have my Masters dinner because I was the champion of the pool. That's right, folks. Pawpaw Hardball made his appearance for the first time all season and got out.
At the top of the leaderboard.
And I was at the top of the leaderboard. For a while, I did not know. Just want to give a shout out to my guy, Car Wash Josh, for informing me that, hey, you might want to look at your phone today. It's like, why? It's like, because you are in the lead. I said, I can't. I'm driving. But when I get home, I'll make it home in time to watch the end of the Masters.
And what did you find once you got home?
Victory!
Hey, you can't talk like that out here.
Winner.
Hey, I would have been using my phone out there. I would have been using my phone. I'd have been banned.
Leave your phone in the car.
No, sir. So Hardball Hardge will be performing his Masters dinner soon. Don't know when, don't know why, but I just
where we doing this?
What? Excuse me. Unless you have a green jacket,
I thought we
you can't come with
I thought we were a team. I thought we were a unit.
Yeah, I thought we was a we.
Yeah, hey, who'd y'all pick?
You say something?
Well, we wasn't in that league with you.
You wouldn't have picked it. You're right. You were not in that league with me. You're right. You're right.
Wow.
I'm like
you changed.
Gina Davis. I'm in a league of their own.
You changed.
But outstanding work for the true story is about Rory McIlroy and what he's been able to do. You get a chance to
man, it was tight though for a second.
Yeah.
When he went down, I was like, oh man, he blew a 6 shot lead.
Yeah, there's just like, come on, man.
6 points.
3.
Young for 3.
No,
way
sir.
downtown. Bang.
When we come back, Texas softball, they came up short, but man, oh man, yesterday was a nail biter. Right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Tickets are on sale now, y'all, to experience country music history in the making at our 2026 iHeart Country Festival presented by Capital One. Saturday, May 2nd. Country's biggest stars will be right here in Austin. See Kane Brown, Parker McCullum, Riley Green, Shabuzi, Dylan Scott, Russell Dickerson, Gretchen Wilson, Chase Matthew, Lauren Elena. All hosted by Bobby Bones. Don't miss your chance to see country music's biggest superstars, all on one stage. Tickets are on sale now. Don't miss out. Get yours before they sell out at Ticketmaster.com. That's Ticketmaster.com. And you can be there in person at our 2026 iHeart Country Festival, presented by Capital One.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
There's reports of a crash on the northbound side of I-35 around Wells Branch Parkway, causing an 8 to 10 minute slowdown. Delays start from Parmer. All lanes are blocked off due to flooding on the service road of I-35 southbound at 6th Street and some stop-and-go speeds on I-35 northbound. You're backed up going from 45 up to William Cannon. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lorenz & Lorenz Personal Injury Attorneys.
I'm attorney Ted Lorenz. If you've been hurt in a car or truck wreck, Lorenz & Lorenz is here for you. We offer a free consultation and don't get paid until we win your case. Lorenz & Lorenz, we're on top of it. Austin, Texas.
Hey there, everybody. It's Mark here, the world's strongest man. I've been lucky enough to spend a good amount of time at the newest and the best sports bar in town, the Rowdy Cowboy. Between the grand opening and the live broadcast that we've done, I've had the ability to sample a large part of this menu. And guys, let me tell you, you're going to love it. Along with the 32 beers on tap and the 70 big screen TVs and, of course, the Rowdy Cowgirl. If you haven't been there yet, then what are you waiting on? Rowdy Cowboy in Round Rock on the east side of I-35, just north of the 45 loop.
Start your day with Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal. The instant oatmeal ready to help you tackle whatever your day brings, like wrangling your toddler into their car seat. That was fun. Coaching your 6th graders soccer team. Go girls! And carrying all the groceries in one trip. Whew. Try Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal, granola, and bars. Great taste and a good source of protein. Quaker, bring out the good.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be 1,000,000 miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
How was your break?
It was great until I stopped for gas. Prices have gone up almost $1 with no end in sight. I might have to start watching how much I drive.
That's exactly why I use Upside. I never pay full price for gas with the free Upside app.
Upside?
Yes, Upside. It's the free app that gives you cash back just for buying the gas you're already buying. So even with the rising gas prices, I'll never have to limit how much I drive.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Just last year, I made over $200 with the Upside app.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app right now.
Download the free Upside app to earn cash back on the gas you're already buying. Use promo code FUTURE25 for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime. Other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FUTURE25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first fill up. That's FUTURE25.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
That red talkback mic on the free iHeart app could win you something amazing.
The iHeart Awards in LA.
Plus, it's the fastest way to get your voice on your favorite station.
Thanks, guys. Love you.
I love you guys.
Have a good day.
Try the talkback mic now. Just open the free iHeartRadio app.
Back to Hardge and Henry in the morning kickoff on 1300 The Zone.
First pitch to Henry. Fly ball center field. Back goes Minor. Still drifting to the warning track. Look it up. It's gone. 3-run bomb. Caden Henry. The 0-1. Good. Hits a high drive. Left center field. Minor jogging. Won't have room. It's gone. And there's a little breathing room as Leanne Good hits her 8th of the year. A solo shot, 256 feet, the estimated distance. 1-0 pitch. Stewart, a high, soaring fly ball, way out of here to left center. 5-3 Texas. 0-1. Anna Wells, a soaring fly ball to left. Dayton back toward the wall. She leaps. It hits the top of the wall, and it's gone. Hannah Wells, a game-tying home run in the bottom of the 8th. Stewart, a high drive, left field, way out of here. A walk-off for the Longhorns. They knock off Oklahoma and secure a game in the Game 3 of this series. Longhorns win it by a final of 8-6. Hannah Wells with a game-tying home run. And Katie Stewart, the walk-off shot. Texas now 33-6 overall, 10-5 in SEC play. Oklahoma falls to 40-4 and 13-2 in conference play.
Texas Longhorns go out and do an unbelievable job to finish without being swept by Oklahoma. 2 tough losses, but was able to get out there and get that victory in walk-off fashion. You heard the passion by our guy, Andrew Haynes, but I want you to hear the ESPN call because they were emphatic about what they saw.
Hannah Wells, is it deep enough? Back to the wall, and it's gone! The wind kept pushing it, and it makes its way out to tie the game. And the drama continues in Austin.
And look at where this pitch is located, too. Up and in, and Hannah Wells, I mean, just a great job. She gets way underneath it. That allows it to get into that wind stream. Take it out. I mean, it probably cleared by a foot. Enough. That big wall out and left.
That looked like a shallow fly ball off the bat, and then Dayton just kept going back and back.
But that wasn't the one. That wasn't the one? That was the one to get us close to what was about to happen. Katie Stewart struggled a little bit this weekend. She was uncharacteristically chasing ball out of the zone, and she knows it. She hit a home run earlier in the game, but that had nothing to do with what she did on that final swing.
Hitters count. Stewart! Deep drive! Back it goes! Off the facade of the building and left! And Texas walks off Oklahoma.
I want you to play that one more time because I want you to hear the crack of the bat.
Hitters count. Stewart! Deep drive! Back it goes! Off the facade of the building and left! And Texas walks off Oklahoma.
It's nothing like a walk-off.
Nothing like it.
But the fact that you see it hit the building and bounced off the wall almost back into the stadium. That's how hard she hit it.
Yeah, she's got a lot of pop. She's got a lot of power. She's very she's none of her home runs are really cheap. And here at the University of Texas, she's not afraid to make sure that people got good window coverage on their insurance, on their homeowners.
Hey, do not park your cars in the left side over there by the building because you're going to get your windshield knocked out.
Hey, yeah, that'd be a good sponsor shot for her for one of those car repair.
Yeah, she's been out there. Bang, bang, she hit that thing for sure. And, you know, every time I get a chance to watch her get a chance to hit, because most of the story has always been about Reese Atwood, and rightfully so. Reese Atwood deserves all the accolades and all the praise that she gets. But what we've been able to see from Katie Stewart and how she worked her time, she's done everything that was asked of her to be able to achieve what she's been able to achieve. As they were talking about during the broadcast, if the catcher for Oklahoma hadn't been hitting as many home runs as she's hit and broke the freshman record and what she's been able to do at the University of Oklahoma, everybody in the SEC will be talking about Katie Stewart and what her numbers look like, because her numbers are off the charts.
Man, they had 5 women hit double-digit home runs on that team.
Yeah.
Good Lord, man. Like, they are hitting it out of the park. And we brag on our team. Like, this women's softball team is really good.
Yep.
And they have 5 people hitting double digit.
Oklahoma's a machine. I mean, last year Texas won the national championship, but people still talk about Oklahoma and who they are. Rightfully so. I mean, they've won multiple championships, and they're very, very consistent, and they just continue to get better and better. Katie Stewart now has 22 home runs. You have Reese Atwood at 15 home runs. Leah Good hit her 8th. You heard Caden Henry. Go ahead, shout out.
Shout out,
her
Kinfolk.
6th home run. They continue to bang the baseball. Hannah Wells, her 7th home run. Texas as a team has 68 home runs. They've only given up 31. The problem is Oklahoma hits 170 home runs. They continue to hit the ball.
No, he said that right.
Yeah,
170.
Yeah. They're that good. They're that good, and they will be the new number 1 team in the land tomorrow morning, or today if they announce it today. But yeah, they continue to find a way to get it done. And this was a good spot for Texas. And I know a lot of people are like, "What are you talking about, Hardge?" Now they got to get back to the drawing board and know exactly what it is. They're still 33-6. They're 10-5 in conference play, but they went through this little lull before, and then boom, they went on to win the national championship. So I'm not worried about this softball team. I know Coach Mike White understands what the task at hand, and so do the players. So we'll see what ends up happening. Coming up next, we're going to talk Texas baseball with our guy Zach Sim of orangebloods.com. Get his take on what he saw over the weekend, but more importantly, what did he do during a 14-hour rain delay? We'll find out right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
It is tough to go outside these days. Hey, that's understandable given how hot it is. But there is definitely a way to beat the heat. A trip to Inner Space Caverns in Georgetown. Inner Space Caverns is a great place to take the family. You'd be amazed at all of the beautiful formations, large rooms, prehistoric animal bones, and all kinds of creations with a truly unique discovery story right here in the Austin area in the year-round temperature of a very comfortable 72 degrees. You can check out the super exciting Sabertooth Zip Ride or Pan for Gemstones. Take the Wild Cave Tour or the Hidden Passages Tour. And there's a great souvenir gift shop and newly remodeled restrooms. Get out of the house, but get out of the heat and get some fresh air underground. Inner Space Caverns, right off I-35 at exit 259 in Georgetown. That's Inner Space Caverns. For more details, check them out on the web at innerspacecaverns.com. Inner Space Caverns. Check it out. Your adventure awaits.
For over 30 years, CertaPro Painters has been part of countless memories. Every wall tells a story, and we've been proud to help write them. We are more than just your local painters, with care, craftsmanship, and certainty. From the first brushstroke to the final smile, our promise is simple. Your home beautifully painted and worry-free. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. Get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
I am dedicated. I am TNT.
With Team in Training, you will reach your best physical self so blood cancer patients can reach theirs. Change your life by joining a marathon, half marathon, triathlon, or a cycle event, and you'll change the lives of blood cancer patients.
I am committed. I am TNT.
After 600,000 participants and almost $1 billion raised for treatments, TNT has helped the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society make a significant impact in the advancement of blood cancer therapies that save lives every day.
I am making a difference. I am TNT.
Join TNT. Expand your circle of friends to be part of a very special community. train with world-class trainers, and have the chance to be part of the most exciting endurance sports events in the country. Or train on your own schedule with TNT Flex. Join TNT and fundraise while you train, and take part in getting us all closer to a world without blood cancers.
Join TNT now. Go to teamintraining.org.
Over 250 years ago, America didn't like the taxes, so we dumped the tea. That same unstoppable spirit drives Ram trucks. Now, with the Declaration of Deals, we're pledging our allegiance to the American people with great deals on the Ram 1500, welcoming back the legendary Hemi V8, the most luxurious, technologically advanced, and strongest Ram 1500 ever. Or get a great deal on the most advanced Ram heavy-duty pickup ever with the available Cummins Turbo Diesel, delivering 1,075 pound-feet of torque, built to tow, haul, and dominate any challenge. All backed by a 10-year or 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Because nothing stops Ram. Hurry into your Ram dealer for the Declaration of Deals. Based on standard and available features offered, excludes BEVs, applies to 2026 model year vehicles, non-transferable. Visit Mopar.com for complete details and a copy of the powertrain limited warranty. Cummins is a registered trademark of Cummins Inc. Ram and Hemi are registered trademarks of FCA US LLC.
Got something to say?
Love you.
Well, just tap the red talkback mic on the free iHeartRadio app.
Let's go.
Requests, contests, or just to say hi.
Hey, this is Heather.
Get your voice on the air fast.
I got the windows rolled down, the moonroof open.
Open the iHeartRadio app and try it now.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KBET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
Good morning, Kickoff. Good morning, Kickoff.
It's the Morning Kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. In hour number one, we talk Texas football. Of course, we talked the Masters. We talked about the new transfer portal and what Texas is now getting. And, of course, we talked Texas softball winning one of the three against their rival Oklahoma. But guess what? Now it's time to talk Texas baseball, and it did not go as planned. And we are joined by our guy, Zach Sim of OrangeBloods.com. You can follow him at Zach at the Dish. And Zach, let's get into it. Friday night, it looked like Texas was going to be able to pull off the upset. And then, boom, all of a sudden, Texas A&M gets the victory. Saturday was not a good day at all. Baseball in the first inning, giving up 8 runs in the first, and you knew it was going to be a battle. And then yesterday, 14 hours, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, we're not going to play this game. Before we get into the weekend, what did you do for a 14-hour rain delay?
I wandered around a lot. I went down on the field and I talked to some of the coaches and the players. I went out to eat for a little bit, just, hanging out, just taking it in at the ballpark.
Any movies?
Not watch any movies, no.
Man, that is crazy. I've been around the game for a long time, and I've been a part of some of those nights where it's like, hey, we got to play until we're going to try to play this game because you got to go on the road. You're not going to see each other again. So many different things. But the SEC, as a rule, you can't start a game after 10 o'clock, correct?
Yeah, so the rule is that if there's no flight involved, which obviously there wasn't, a game cannot start after 10. And then the other rule around that is if you do start, no play, if it gets delayed, can resume after midnight. And so there was always this hard deadline of 10 o'clock. And the problem really wasn't the rain yesterday. Early on it was, but then it was the lightning. These storms kept going to the south, but it just kept sending these, lightning strikes. And there was one of them. I mean, it felt like it hit Kyle Stadium. It was loud and it was
wow. Wow, that is crazy. That is crazy. Yeah. Well, let's get to the baseball game and what it all entailed. Friday night, Ruger Riojas goes out. He battles through a lot. And then, of course, the bullpen had its opportunities, but once again, they came up a little bit short. In your mind of all minds, and your baseball mind like mine, what is the remedy for what we're seeing from the bullpen at this time?
I mean, that's tough. Texas A&M has an elite offense like we talked about last week. And it really felt like it was kind of just one bad inning. If you look at it, they didn't get the shutdown inning they ever needed throughout the game on Friday night.
Right.
But when LeFew came in and, issued those 2 walks, I think he had 3 walks overall, it was just kind of like, hey, who do we go to next? And there was a lot of discussion, like, should they have gone to Crossland earlier? Should they have, instead of going to LeFew, gone to Cozart when you had the lead, knowing that their offense is what it was? But then you're looking at stretching out innings. And so I think if you look at the makeup of where they had been going, the formula has been go to LeFew, get to Crossland, and then get to Cozart to close it out. And they just never were able to do that because of that 3-run inning. So as far as fixing it, I think they just got to get back to work. LeFew was really good last weekend, and then he just wasn't able to locate this weekend.
Well, we have a really good coach, so I know that'll get figured out. We're making those changes the next time that they play, and going forward when the bullpen is struggling. Is that the proper move to make, even if you sacrifice having that guy be fresh on another day?
Well, it's interesting, right? Because they've lost the first game out of 4 out of the 5 series now. And so, yeah, I think you have to take that into consideration of, do we burn Cozart now to get the game 1?
Right.
And that gives you 2 games to get the next one, knowing that we're going to put extra tax on the bullpen. Maybe that allows you, if you don't stress them too much, to bring a guy like Cozart back on Sunday. But yeah, I mean, you've got to have some guys step up and be able to throw strikes. So
we're talking to Zach Sim of orangebloods.com. You can follow him at Zach at the Dish. You start to look at Michael Winter has made his return. He went out and had a good outing against Texas A&M. That's somebody that's going to be able to help in the bullpen. Brody Wells continues to get better and better and get opportunities to go out to the mound. And, of course, Crossland and Cozart, as you mentioned, are going to be integral parts of what's going to happen next. But you know as well as I do, it's baseball. It happens. The atmosphere was something that a lot of folks were talking about. You being there, getting a chance to be a part of it. What was your take on it all?
It's funny. I had a lot of conversations about that with national media and other folks, and I thought the atmosphere was awesome, especially Friday night. The crowd was into it the entire time. But then Texas was able to score some runs, and they, get real quiet, and you could feel kind of that nervous energy. Yeah. As far as the hostilities and the extra security, I think the good thing that I saw was it was actually tamer than what some of the things you saw out in Auburn, where they're throwing beers into the bullpen, and it wasn't near as bad as last year at Arkansas. So I thought, the students were in it the entire time, and credit to the students. They were there all 14 hours yesterday.
Oh,
and
wow.
They were there the entire time, did not leave. But no, I thought it was a great atmosphere. I mean, that's what you want to see out of college baseball between 2 rivalry teams, especially, is just fans chirping, going at it, but no craziness, which was good.
It seems like we have this conversation week in and week out, and I really enjoy this conversation week in and week out. The Aiden Robbins effect and what he's been able to do, and then you complement that with what Anthony Pack, the freshman, has shown every single step of the way. Talk about the impressiveness not only of Aiden Robbins already surpassing his 2-year production at Seton Hall with the home runs at least, but then the freshman impact that Anthony Pack has been able to bring to the table.
Yeah, Robbins, he's just been awesome. The fact that he's at 15 home runs at this point, it's possible he could get to 20. Yeah. And I don't think anyone had that penciled in. Certainly, the goal was to try to get him into double digits. He wanted to work on his power, but man, he's locked in. He's hitting 358 on the season. And he just continues to impress bat after bat. Last weekend, he struggled with the breaking ball. Comes back this weekend, and it's like a light switch. Like he turns it off, and he's like, okay, new day, right? Like he's right back at it. And then, man, Anthony Pack I'm not sure I've seen a freshman season like his in a very long time. Maybe CJ Hinojosa was the last one that I think that was really kind of like that freshman, just superstar.
Yeah.
But from Pac's mentality, the way he approaches the game, just kind of his, he's always so centered and he puts together mature at bats every time. And comes up in big spots. And, it's unreal that he's hitting in the 4 spot for a team like this in the SEC and, have 119 at bats already this season. Typically your freshman hitters only get like 50 or 60 in a season. So that's really impressive.
The maturity that, like you said, what he's shown so far. You talked about him batting 4th. This is a guy that is second on the team in batting average, but he's first on the team in stolen bases. And his strikeout to walk ratio is something that young players normally don't have at this time in the season. So, and going into the SEC, and that goes back to what we were talking about with Robbins. Robbins being in the SEC, he hit 420 in the Big East, and now he's made himself a ton of money by showing that he can bang in the SEC.
Yeah, Robbins, he probably was high 3rd, mid 2nd round projection, and I don't see him getting out of the 1st at this point. He's made himself a ton of money showing that power. And I go back to Pac, if, his body continues to develop, he continues to mature physically. And it's not that, he's not now, like he's put on good weight, but like as he gets stronger and just understands his bat path more, I mean, you're looking at a guy that could be a 10 home run, 25 steals a season type of player and, playing center field, lockdown defense. Like they've got a lot of, good years coming out of Pac still, that's a scary thought because to your point, he's got more walks on the season than strikeouts. Like extremely impressive young man.
Texas this week takes on Texas A&M Corpus Christi tomorrow night, 6:30. I'll be on the call with Brant Freeman. I'll be in the ballpark. But then they got another big series, Alabama coming in this weekend with that show that they have, Justin LeBron at shortstop, a high draft pick as well. It's a big weekend for the Texas Longhorns.
Yeah, big bounce back weekend for both teams. Alabama just got swept by Arkansas, surprisingly.
Yep.
And so it'll be really fun to watch LeBron on the field. He's a dynamic talent both at the plate and on the base paths. And Texas, they're still sitting in a good spot. They're still tied for second. They got 9 wins at the halfway point. And coach will tell you, look, we got to get to 15 wins to ensure that we're in. You get to 17 wins last season. That was a top 8 national seed. So they're getting there. I mean, they still have everything to play for in front of them.
Well, it looks like the new poll just came out, and it seems to be that Texas is now the number 4 team, and it looks like Texas A&M has jumped up to number 10. Alabama is at number 11. So big week.
It's going to get crowded at the top very soon.
Yeah, things are getting a little clustered over there, but we'll be ready to go, and hopefully Texas is ready to go tomorrow night versus Texas A&M Corpus Christi. 6:30 first pitch. You can hear all that action on 103.1 FM. As always, Zach, man, we appreciate you taking the time. I'm glad you survived the rain and the thunderstorm, and now you get a chance to sleep in your own bed and get some rest.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate y'all, and have a great week.
All right.
Have a good one, man.
There he is, Zach Sim of OrangeBloods.com. When we come back, the playoffs are set in the NBA.
Playoffs?
But we need to have a very, very serious conversation about one, Nikola Jokic. The Joker stakes his claim. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Hey there, Texas fans. This is the voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way, inviting you to join us for Longhorn football.
Touchdown! Texas wins!
We'll bring you all of the action all season long, including in-depth analysis and exclusive access to players and coaches before the opening kick and after the final whistle. And every week, we'll talk with Texas Longhorns head coach Steve Sarkisian on Longhorn Weekly. This is your exclusive source for Texas Longhorn football.
On 1300 The Zone.
from the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
If you're hopping on I-35 northbound this morning, be ready for some rush hour speeds, adding 15 to 20 minutes to your drive. You're slow from 45 to William Cannon. Looking on Mopac southbound for some more congestion from Breaker Lane into downtown, and 10 minutes added to the drive on Loop 360 southbound going from Spicewood Springs to Bee Cave. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is brought to you by Hectra.org.
The places you can go with an Easy Tag, and it's not just toll roads throughout Texas. You get seamless toll travel in Oklahoma, Kansas, Florida, Colorado. Get your Easy Tag at hctra.org.
Major League Baseball is dealing with the ABS system, and that's really toughing it out for all these umpires. They call themselves the strike zone experts. You know who is? The one that's sitting at home. That's a strike all day. Sure it is, pal. But you know one thing we can review it over? An ice-cold Bud Light. Because Bud Light is the official domestic beer of Texas baseball. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Tires matter. They're the only part of your vehicle that touches the road. Tread confidently with new tires from Tire Rack. Whether you're looking for expert recommendations or know exactly what you want, Tire Rack makes it really easy. Fast, free shipping, free road hazard protection, convenient installation options, and the best selection of General tires. Go to TireRack.com/Dan to see their General tire test results, tire ratings, and reviews, and be sure to check out all the special offers. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
I've been burned before. I was just repeating the same patterns. It turns out I had a type.
Workplaces everywhere are looking for love. And by love, we mean the easy way to order food at work. Easy Cater.
I thought ordering from great restaurants at work had to be complicated, but then I met Easy Cater. So many options, so flexible, and when I ordered for 50 gluten-free vegans without going over budget, I knew I'd found the platform I wanted to do life and lunch with.
Fall in love with Easy Cater. Start an order at easycater.com.
Are you running for office and have a message you want every voter in your district to hear? Well, that's where radio comes in. Radio is your direct line to morning commuters, midday grinders, and late nighters. Radio puts your message right where your voters are. Plus, it's 1/10 the time and cost of video. Don't just campaign. Connect with millions all over the country, even thousands in the smallest communities with radio. Call now and be on air in just 48 hours. 844-844-iHeart. That's 844-844-iHeart.
You know you need fiber for a healthy gut, but do you actually know how to get it? Quaker's been serving up fiber since 1877, with over 100 great-tasting, good source of fiber options to choose from. Whether you like old-fashioned oats, instant oatmeal, granola, or oatmeal squares, Quaker makes it delicious. So good. Get your fiber with Quaker. Shop Quaker's good source of fiber products at a store near you.
Do you have an unused car, truck, motorcycle, boat, or RV taking up space? Put it to good use by donating it to the NASCAR Foundation. Proceeds help fund medical resources for children in our racing community. Your wheels can heal. Call 844-NASCAR-9 and we'll come tow away your vehicle for free. The process is quick and your gift is tax deductible. Call 844-NASCAR-9 to donate your vehicle to the NASCAR Foundation today. Your donation will help our children survive and thrive.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. The Longhorns live here.
Thank you, orangebloods.com, for breaking it down for us. Also, I want to give a shout out to my boy Paul and my boy Pete for giving us the news that the Fred Ridley is the one who always gives the person, if you get back-to-back Masters championships, they give you the jersey, the jacket, the green.
Oh,
jacket.
so you was gonna get on me about saying points 3? Like, come on, man, hit yourself too.
Hey, if they did add
Smack your own wrist real quick.
Hold on, man. Hold on. That's
You
not
said
the
the
same.
jersey.
I did, because I was looking at something on here. I wasn't talking about 3-point shots in golf. It's not what I was saying.
It can happen.
But okay, I was wrong.
Fantasy golf.
I was wrong.
corner
man.
drive.
I was wrong for that. Okay, I was wrong for that. Well, let's get into the NBA, because yesterday the end of the season happened. Obviously, OKC secured the best record in basketball, and they continue to make their moves for a repeat in the NBA championships. But I've got to talk about it, man, because the NBA is at a point now where we are looking at the playoffs, but we got to talk MVP. Now, we've gone back and forth about this. We've done everything, and I've been in here every day pounding the table, pounding it for Wembanyama. And Wemby's been pounding the table for himself, and it is the truth about all truths. But the Joker has done something that nobody in NBA history has ever done. And that is lead the NBA in both rebounding and assists in the same season. It has never been done in the history of basketball. Never. One of one. And you sit there and you think about it for
Not
a moment.
Oscar Robertson?
Never led in both. Led. He's had it. He's had a triple-double.
But not led.
Led.
Oh.
Never in the history of basketball.
It's hard. It's hard. Now this is a different conversation.
And the thing that really bothers me about this is we dismiss certain things that happen in basketball now. Like when Russell Westbrook won the MVP, he was averaging a triple-double. His numbers were better the next year, and we were like, he already did that, triple-double. What? Do you know how hard it is to get a triple-double in basketball?
Yeah.
And to do it consistently for an entire season?
Well, really, I don't, because
you didn't do that. Yeah,
I understand. Never did that.
But looking at what we have been able to see, he's averaged 13 rebounds per game and 11 assists per game.
And he's done it also averaging over 20 points a game.
27.7.
Yeah.
He's third in scoring.
How can he not be the MVP?
Well, I'm telling you why. Because people dismiss what we see. You get used to it. He's not flashy. So what? He plays basketball. He doesn't care about the game. No, well, obviously he does. He's an NBA champion. He just doesn't care the way you want him to care.
Right. He's not doing it the way you would do it.
Exactly. I heard this debate this morning talking about everybody was looking at what Giannis was doing and is so enamored with what Giannis did and all that. Nikola Jokic, he does this all the time. This is every game. He is giving you what he does.
Just because he don't dunk the ball every time.
He can.
He can, but he doesn't. And I was just telling Marcus, you got a player that's coming to the University of Texas that I saw her on video dunk with two hands. A girl. A woman dunk with two hands. Now, that's flashy. It's a splash thing. Don't mean you're going to win games.
Right.
You better have a good team around you, and you better be able to play the game. And Jokic, because he's not flashy.
He's also nonchalant in personality.
Yeah, you asked him a question. He's like, well, that's just
I
where it
want to
is.
go see my horses. That's what I want.
I'm going to ride my horses.
I want to ride my horse. I just saw a stat just a minute ago that said this
Feet
was
touching
on
the ground.
April the 6th. This was a week ago. Nikola Jokic, at this point, had 35 points, 14 rebounds, 13 assists, and 5 steals. That was 9 straight wins for the Nuggets. And Joker became the first player with multiple 35, 10, 10, and 5 games since 1973 and 1974. What we see from him deserves the credit of an MVP. And I know he's in Denver and everybody's looking at it and they're talking about, oh, well, you start looking around. No.
What is that little pink thing?
He is a baller.
Let's use that as the MVP. And we're going to give that to Joker today. Joker deserves to be the MVP. He's our MVP. And as much as I love what we have brewing down in San Antonio with Wemby, I'm not going to be the guy that says, oh, I just want it my way, and I'm going to put the guy there because I'm a fan like that. No, I love Wemby, and I think that Wemby's going to have about a 10-year stretch where he might be the MVP.
But no, he won't. Let me tell you why. Because people are going to get bored with it. Like we just talked about it. This dude won 3 of the last 5 MVPs, the Joker. And people don't want to give it to him again. And his numbers are better. He leads the league in rebounding.
I'm with you.
And he leads the league in assists as a
talk
center.
To me, not at me.
As a center, he's averaging 27.7 points per game.
It's crazy.
And nobody is sitting there looking at him as the MVP favorite.
What's wrong with y'all?
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, he scores.
Yeah, he's got buckets and this and this. If you want to do that, let's just come up with new awards and say the offensive MVP,
there you go,
the defensive MVP, and the actual MVP. Because the actual MVP, I'm looking at it, is Joker. It just doesn't make any sense. And I was wrong for not making it him first.
Marcus, I need you to mark that. Hart said he was wrong. You didn't hear that?
Oh, he heard.
Marcus, you didn't even say nothing.
I'm in shock. I'm dumbfounded.
I'm not saying that any of the other stuff.
But you 100 today. You 100% today.
All the people, for the reasons why they love every other player that they want to give the award to, I get it. But as I said, if you want to give the true meaning of the word MVP, the most valuable player, he has proven to you year in and year out that he is the man.
You're the real MVP.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it is just crazy to me to watch what we've been able to see from him and watch him achieve what he's been able to achieve to where people are dismissing him.
I have zero argument. Everything that you brought to the table, I 100% believe in. Joker is the guy that, because he's not glib and entertaining, they're penalizing him.
And the funny thing is, I think he's entertaining because of the way that he answers some of the questions. He's just dry about it. He's like, I don't know, where's my brothers? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I gotta go find my brothers.
21, 22, and 24. And he was finals MVP when they won the championship, but he didn't care. He was like, I gotta come back for the parade. Like,
yeah, he didn't want to come to the parade.
The NBA is work for him. He's like, I just want to.
Yeah, he's here for my job, and once it's over, I want to go home and go to my off season, and come right back and do it all again.
Wow,
it's amazing that we deal with that kind of stuff. All right, when we come back, we got the world's strongest man bringing you his world's strongest take right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. And always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
There are some slowdowns this morning coming into town in Manor on 290 westbound due to a crash after FM 1100. Rush hour traffic as well on I-35 northbound, causing a 15-minute out-of-your drive going from 45 up to William Cannon. And for drivers over on Mopac southbound, you're a little slow as well from Shoreline over to 183. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and progressive.com.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Ownwell. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ownwell.com/terms. Individual results may vary.
Right now, I have 24 different units. I think that's 15 separate properties. I trust Ownwell with all my properties. I trust them to fight for me with the appraisal district as best they can. They've done a very good job. Ownwell is making my life more efficient, making me a better landlord. Using Ownwell, I've saved on average about $10,000 a year. That's a lot of money.
Your property taxes aren't set in stone. They can be reduced. Ownwell combines savvy technology and deep local expertise to save real estate owners real money. Want to see how much Ownwell can save you on your property taxes? Just enter an address and see your tax savings estimate. See how much you can save with Ownwell right now. Text SAVE to 64,000. Text SAVE to 64,000. That's SAVE to 64,000.
Craig here with Dan Christensen of DJC Law. Injuries can occur anywhere, not only on the field. So if you've been injured by someone's negligence, don't fight alone. Call the team at DJC Law, the GOATs of personal injury.
That's right, Craig. At DJC Law, we fight hard to represent injury victims and get them the compensation they deserve.
Call DJC Law today at 512-888-9999. That's 512-888-9999. Or go to teamjustice.com. Principal office, Austin, Texas.
My son loves to fly kites, but my active psoriatic arthritis can sometimes hold me back. Now with Skyrizi to treat my skin and joints, I'm ready to go. Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults, helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi today and visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather, cloudy early with peaks of sunshine for your Monday afternoon. Could see a stray storm, a high of 83. Cloudy tonight, a low of 70. Tuesday, morning clouds, afternoon sunshine, a high in the mid-80s.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
Install any new HVAC system with Abacus and get a $5,000 whole home air quality package free. Limited time offer, so call or book online at abacusplumbing.com. Abacus, you can count on us. M-20628.
It's not just a radio app. It's what's happening right now.
It's on.
On the iHeartRadio app, you're not just listening. You're in it.
You better believe it.
From breaking news to what's happening in your community.
Local, national, and world.
Live moments.
New development.
Real voices.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest.
Amazing prizes. Plus, talk to your favorite hosts using the TalkBack mic.
I have loved always hearing you guys.
This is where culture comes alive.
I listen everywhere on the app.
Download the iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio Did You Know? Presented by iHeartRadio. You know, what you're listening to right now. Did you know that iHeartRadio makes it incredibly easy to always be up to date on your favorite podcast? When you find a favorite, make sure to tap that follow button. Yep, just like on Instagram. So if you figure that out, you got this. Hit that follow and you'll get notifications as soon as new episodes drop. Your followed podcasts are collected in your library for instant access, and we'll download the latest episodes right to your phone so you don't have to stream them and you can listen offline without the internet. And you get all this for the low, low price of free. Yep. If you're looking for that great podcast experience, you don't need another app. We've got all that covered for you free with iHeartRadio. #1 for music, radio, and podcasting, all in one app.
Texas football plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
You heard the beat drop, that can only mean one thing. WWE Hall of Famer and world's strongest man, Mark Henry, brings you his world's strongest take. Take it away, big fella.
Hard. You know what time it is? It's time for the world's strongest take by the world's strongest man. Marcus. Back then, they didn't know me, but now that I'm hot, they all well, another edition. Here we are. We had a lot of options. There was a lot went down over the weekend in sports with basketball, with baseball, with the Masters, and many, many more items. People's departures from the University of Texas and people arriving at the University of Texas. But my world's strongest take is about a national treasure. And that national treasure is Charles Barkley. Love Charles Barkley. We have a good relationship. He is a funny human. He cares about what he cares about, and what he doesn't, he gives no qualms whatsoever that he does not like it. He speaks his mind. And in an interview, he talked about Wemby. Marcus, play that sound for Wemby.
It's an interesting question. It's a very interesting question. If those three aren't, I mean, especially Kate and Luka, if they aren't in the season awards, for sure it's not going to reflect their impact on the season. But at the same time, in my opinion, it's good to have a threshold, a limit. Where do we need to put it? I don't know. It's a good question. Let me ask you a question. Like, what percentage of the season right now, without calculating how much 65 is, what percent of the season do you think should be the limit?
75, 80.
75, 80, okay. Two-thirds, okay. 70?
Academic, 70% passing.
70%? So, you don't think it should be a limit? Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. If a guy plays 50 games, 35 minutes a game, that's 50 times 35. That's 1750, right? Am I right? Yeah. And if a guy plays 75 games at 20 minutes, it's 1500. So, it's not. I mean, it's a good view in my opinion to not have a limit. It's one opinion. 75% of the games, in my opinion, would be a logical thing, and that would be 61.5 games, right? So 62 games.
By the way, your math on all of those was spot on.
Guys were calculating what Wemby was saying, and it was accurate. He is a very smart person.
So, Samoa Joe, you take your 33 and a third chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 and a third chance of winning at sacrifice.
Okay, you can do Steiner math if you want to, but the whole point of the conversation is how smart Wemby is. And you wonder why he should be the face of the league. It's because of his representation. And Charles Barkley had this to say about what he heard in that interview.
I need Wemby to make me one of these charts for his.
What we need to do is send all these badass American kids over to France to go to school. That's the first thing we need to do. All these dummies kids over here, we just sit there at the French.
You're the one who was 170 starters. Yeah. Nobody else was doing that, but you
I don't have to worry about numbers. Hey, listen, I've already made it. These other kids got to go to school. I ain't got to worry about nothing.
You got an issue with the
Charles, like, listen, I already made it. I can't calculate math like that in my head, and nor do I need to. All I need to do is add up the dollars that I already got in my account. But Wemby is a brilliant human, and you can see why at 19, 20 years old, and with the international exposure and the travel that he's done, why he can be the face of the league. And and he's glib. He's got a very good sense of humor.
Yep.
You know, so like he's personable. And there's a movie out right now on Disney, and it's about a young girl that goes to France and meets this guy. The character looks just like Wemby. So he's having an influence on the world. They're making mixed movies and stuff with the intention of it looking like Wemby because of who he is. So my impression and my take is that we're on the right track with the face of the league thing, as well as we have got to do more with this MVP conversation, which we'll have either tomorrow or next week.
Well, the other part of it is too, you know, the moral of what he was trying to say is we got to find a better way of this MVP 65 game situation. We talked a little bit about this last week. Cade Cunningham wasn't load management. He had a collapsed lung.
Right.
Wembanyama last year wasn't because he didn't want to play. He had a blood clot in his shoulder. There's no load management for that. What ends up happening is those guys were dealing with injuries. That's the only reason why they were missing some of these games. So when you look at what's happened, I think that is why he's saying, well, if it's about the games, well, what's the difference if I play 82 games, but I play 10 minutes in every game? That's not enough time to be quantified as a MVP, a defensive player of the year, sixth man of the year, whatever it may be.
So either way, it's foolish.
Right. So he's trying to come up with the math, as are some of the other players. But like Charles Barkley said a little bit later in that comment, he said, y'all were the fools that talked to your players union to come up with these idiot rules. So why are you complaining now? Because now
that was before Wemby, so it wasn't Wemby's fault.
No, but I'm saying like the Players Association, when they came up with this rule, because this rule came into effect this year. Wasn't last year, it was a year, or it was 2 years. So now you got these stipulations on these rules, but you're also looking at the fact that Mark Henry played 50 games, but he played more minutes than guys that played 80.
Right.
So where's the balance in that? So that's what he's trying to, his mathematical equation. That
Man, that boy is smart.
Yeah.
He saw for X.
Yeah, he did figure out pi 3.14. He was on pi today and trying to find that answer. When we come back, I want to finish up the WNBA draft today. I want to see who Mark's going to take number one, because I'm sure he's got that covered. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Texas softball is back. Catch the Longhorns as they defend their national championship.
Texas wins the national championship.
Listen to every big hit.
High and deep, a grand slam.
Every strikeout.
Swing and a miss.
All season long. Search Retro Austin on the iHeartRadio app.
Don't miss the 2026 iHeart Country Festival, Saturday, May 2nd at the Moody Center. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
There are some slowdowns this morning coming into town in Manor on 290 westbound due to a crash after FM 1100. Rush hour traffic as well on I-35 northbound, causing a 15-minute out-of-your drive going from 45 up to William Cannon. And for drivers over on Mopac southbound, you're a little slow as well from Shoreline over to 183. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green, the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn. Don't wait. Sign up at truegreen.com and get your first application for $9.95. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. Let the pros do the work so you can enjoy your weekend. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Hey there, everybody. It's Mark Henry, the world's strongest man. I've been lucky enough to spend a good amount of time at the newest and the best sports bar in town, the Rowdy Cowboy. Between the grand opening and the live broadcast that we've done, I've had the ability to sample a large part of this menu. And guys, let me tell you, you're gonna love it. Along with the 32 beers on tap and the 70 big screen TVs, and of course, the Rowdy Cowgirl. If you haven't been there yet, then what are you waiting on? Rowdy Cowboy in Round Rock on the east side of I-35, just north of the 45 loop.
Start your day with Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal. The instant oatmeal ready to help you tackle whatever your day brings. Like wrangling your toddler into their car seat. That was fun. Coaching your 6th graders soccer team. Go girls! And carrying all the groceries in one trip. Whew. Try Quaker Protein Instant Oatmeal, granola, and bars. Great taste and a good source of protein. Quaker, bring out the good.
Don't miss the Express on Saturday, April 18th at Del Diamond. The first 1,500 fans receive a Round Rock Express sling bag presented by the Sanders family. Get tickets at roundrockexpress.com.
I lost 46 pounds in 8 weeks with the help of Andro 400, having tons of energy, not feeling tired or feeling at the end of the day that my feet are dragging. I would very strongly recommend it to anybody that feel they need to cut down on their weight or who doesn't have enough energy. Absolutely.
That's fantastic, Joe. And congratulations on losing 46 pounds in 8 weeks with the help of Andro 400. Guys, check out Joe's before and after pictures on andro400.com. Since 2004, men have chosen Andro 400 for one reason: results. Andro 400 can help you safely and effectively lose belly fat, gain energy, and boost your testosterone. We guarantee it. Order today and get free shipping and special discounts available only on andro400.com. andro400.com. That's andro400.com.
Smart drivers don't chase deals, they make decisions. This tax season, instead of spending your refund, invest it in something that keeps paying you back. At Steele Hyundai and Kyle, get 0% for 60 months on the all-new 2026 Tucson Hybrid, or 0% for 72 months on the entire all-electric Ioniq lineup. Less spin on gas, less spin on interest, more value every mile. Plus, every new Hyundai comes backed by America's Best Warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile, and owner assurance. Everything we do is driven by you. SteelHyundaiKyle.com.
Hi, this is Tom McKay, owner of Audiovisual Consultations. Today's home electronics can be a bit daunting. My company has spent the last 38 years making sure they are not. We carry all major brands of television and stereo equipment at prices you can't find in stores, and you don't have to leave your house. We come to you. I believe in having fun and dreaming big. If you have a dream for your home entertainment, let me know. I can make that dream come true. Anything from theaters to multi-room audio systems, lighting control, computer networks, hell, even golf simulators. We cultivate clients for a lifetime by treating everyone like their family. And we provide everything at incredibly competitive prices and install it seamlessly into your home. So relax, hug your kids, make love to your wife, and smile. Then give us a call at 512-255-8678. It's 512-255-8678. Or online at avconsultations.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's deck days at Lowe's, and the savings are stacked. Right now, pros get 15% off all in-stock composite decking from top brands like Trex, TimberTech, and Decorators. Plus, get a free DeWalt 20-volt max 5-amp-hour battery when you buy a select DeWalt tool. The deck's stacked in your favor with brands pros trust. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 4/22 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. Hook 'em, Horns.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app. Make sure you stay locked in. Coming up in the next 15 minutes, 10 minutes, you will have Dan Patrick, followed by Colin Cowherd. Fred Lake Show with the voice of the Texas Longhorns. I'm sure he's going to have plenty of stories about this weekend in College Station. And, of course, you got Bucky and B. All right here on Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, always free on iHeart Radio app. All right, let's get into this conversation, Mike, because WNBA is happening today. Didn't know it was happening until last night. Saw it on TV. Wait a minute. WNBA draft is about to happen. Let's see what's popping with that. So then we start to pay attention to some of the names, and it seems like the number one player on everybody's board is Olivia Miles, the point guard from TCU. She was a menace throughout the playoffs, and she made a good run. But my question to you is, you are a follower of women's basketball, and I'm curious to who your number one pick overall would be.
It would be Betts from UCLA. You have a 6'7" center, best defensive player in college, a scorer, and you have to account for, but the biggest thing is she plays great help defense. She comes across because of her length. And there's only one of those in college. Take the best of.
Okay. There's a gentleman named Michael Vopel who works for the Four Letter Network, and he was talking about this. By the way, the draft will take place tonight at 6 p.m. on ESPN. And he projected that the number one overall pick to the Dallas Wings will be AZ Fudd, the shooting guard from University of Connecticut. She was the most outstanding player in the 2025 Final Four, and she didn't have a great performance this season, but she, after a career high of 34 points in the second round, she is also a player that has a relationship with one Paige Beckers, as Paige Beckers played at UConn as well. They have the Minnesota Lynx taking Olivia Miles, the problem guard for TCU. As I said, she was tough. She had 6 triple-doubles this past season. The Seattle Storm is listed to take Awa Pham, the 6'4" center from Spain, and she averaged 9 points in Valencia. Your girl, Lauren Betts, is projected to go 4th in this WNBA draft to the Washington Mystics. As you go down the list, Flaja Johnson, she's supposed to go 6th to the new team, Toronto Tempo. She is very, very talented. The Portland Fire, another expansion team, they're supposed to get Raven Johnson, the guard from South Carolina. I'll keep going down this list, and I keep going down this list. The one name that does not pop up on this list right
Rory
now
Harmon.
is Rory Harmon. Not even in the second round do I see Rory Harmon's Toronto Tempo. Second round, Rory Harmon.
Yep. Man, and I'm
At
looking
the
at
number
it.
26 pick.
I don't care where I picked in the second round or who was available. If it was me, because you asked me, who would I pick?
I did.
You know that I'm going to pick Rory Harmon second. And I'm going to give you my reason why. My first pick, I picked Betts, the best defender. She averaged 21 points a game. She's a 1-on-1 in college basketball for women, and she's going to be a top 5 center in the WNBA. Maybe better than that. Now you get another guard that's in my opinion, the best defensive guard in college. Really smart player that has the upside in point guards always develop over time into being better scorers. You look at players like Jason Kidd, who came into the NBA and was shooting somewhere around 28, 30% from three. He ended up being a 44% three-point shooter at the end of his career because he had to.
Yep.
And that's what I feel like is going to happen to Rory in the pros. She's going to have to develop her game because otherwise people will sag off her and just say shoot.
Yep.
So I would draft Rory Harmon because of the leadership, because of the defense, and because she had a bookend in Betts in the post, 2 defensive weapons. Now you can have veteran players at 2, 3, and 4 and get the job done.
And she's also an effort player.
Yeah. You want to. And I think she's also a player that when she leaves the WNBA, she'll probably be coaching here at Texas.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, as long as Vic Schaefer has anything to do with it, she will definitely be one of those players. On that Portland Tempo team, or Portland Fire, excuse me, Sug Sutton, who used to play for the University of Texas, she is part of that team. Nika Mule, she is from UConn. She is on that team. And there's a couple other players that have already made their presence known on that team now that they got their expansion going. But yeah, like you mentioned, you start to look at the WNBA and they're trying to grow. Obviously, they got some new teams that are there and they're trying to make some things happen. But is it going to be enough to continue to have people that are excited about WNBA basketball? They got the players, they got the finances now. They did everything they wanted to do about the contract disputes and everything else that is involved with it. And now they're getting a chance to be highlighted tonight with the WNBA draft.
I've always felt that the WNBA problem has always been about promoting their players. They've always had the players. They just don't put them out there.
Well, if you start looking at their social medias, they putting themselves out there. That's why they started Unrivaled. That was another one of those leagues that was trying to push the limit with all the others. And now they're getting their opportunity to showcase their skills. So the WNBA will be on full display. Tomorrow, we'll get more into Texas football, Texas basketball, and of course, we've got to find out what's going on in the transfer portal. We got NBA playoffs that start tomorrow. Play-in games are tomorrow. We'll be covering all that, and we'll also find out a little bit more about the draft and the expectations coming up because the draft is next Thursday, and we cannot wait. For Mark Henry, for Marcus, I'm Hardball Hardge. Make sure you stay locked in all day long. Coming up next, Dan Patrick, followed by Colin Cowherd, the Craig Way Show with the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way, and Bucky and BK, followed by all of that right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. And just remember this, folks, don't believe everything you see because even salt looks like sugar. Peace.
How was your break? It was great until I stopped for gas. Prices have gone up almost $1 with no end in sight. I might have to start watching how much I drive.
That's exactly why I use Upside. I never pay full price for gas with the free Upside app.
Upside?
Yes, Upside. It's the free app that gives you cash back just for buying the gas you're already buying. So even with the rising gas prices, I'll never have to